Welcome to the 4th edition of Chris Winds a whole bunch of the classes up. Last time we stopped at level 27. Yeah, not too far off from 34 for Gladiator. Then we can grab Paladin and yeah, carry on with our adventures in Farland and get either from charge or Perdulus upwards would be the next thing. May have a tip back in my mouth currently, but whatever, really. Myla! Oh, thank the gods you're all white. Well, it's better than being all left sometimes, I guess, but who knows. Heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserved a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself, and return when you are recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Alright then. Ah, guild receptionist, what do you have to say? Ah, Chris, the very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I not have the others hear my words. Eldest sends his regards, and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Farland. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the First Sword, as you may have gathered from her previous interactions. She's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guild master before that horrible scandal. Ah, they would have made such a lovely couple. Would they have? Okay. Forgive me, this is hardly an appropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. Alright, well, off to Camp Drybone. By God, so much rain. What am I trying to do? Recreate the Tears Don't Fall music video? One bullet for my Valentine? When tears don't... I just want to excuse to have it in my head. Well, anyways. Oh, this is by a grave. And where have you been? Busy drowning in some sweet young thing's eyes? Now, if that's the case, I understand completely. No... I don't think we get bitches orders, to be honest. It's been 7 years since Myla's father was laid to rest here. My condolences. He was mean and stubborn, an old owl goat through and through. But gods, when he danced with sword in hand, it was pure poetry in motion. Myla's right. There's no way I could know what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. Oh hey, it's Nambakote, Perdulus person that punched a couple of people. Who might you be? Another of Leovold's lackeys? Master Leovold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, Ken. When you outlived your usefulness, he'll depose you like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. Oh well, okay then. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still not really in the mood to play. Mind stopping her, Chris? No, alright. We'll bring out our sword then. Oh yeah, no pressure, but I'll be evaluating your performance. Alright, fair enough. I realised it sounded a bit quiet on my end because the last thing I did with these headphones on was the previous Digimon Cybersuit stream, which was yesterday. So, read her movements. It's not exactly high literature. I can read movements. I have this power where I get to see AoE attacks and see exactly where they hit. Your interference is inexcusable. Oh, this ends now. Sure it does. Oh, pardon me. Oh no, the kin has claws. I've stopped those claws. I win. Haha. Ho-ho. Hee-hee. Ha-ho. Victory. You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad Myla has a man like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. As to be expected. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever, step by her. She needs you more than she knows. I'll do what I can. I could have said, no, she needs you, oldest. But, yeah, thank you. I know this business of Leopold and the Aliquin have everyone on edge, but it's almost over now. You have my word. Okay, then. I owe it to our old man to put an end to this. To give him peace and Foul's realm by making that bastard Leopold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Chris? Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. She told me to go and take her west, so maybe I've just gone off to the Adventurers Guild and went into an inn. And I'll check back with this. There was like 2 seconds left. There was no chance for me to not have that occur. Well, anyways, back to Oldar. Huh, there are people online at the moment. I take it's because it's a Sunday, so it's like Sunday morning, 6:45. Less things going on a Sunday, so. Myla! Why are you staring at me like that, Chris? Something the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I have no news regarding the Aliquin's movement. I remain confident that we will find them soon, though, so keep your blade sharp. Alright, fair enough. I'll take the heavy iron gauntlets. Since we're apparently still below Hawkeye. But yeah, hang on, we're level 27, below Hawkeye. No! That makes the only thing I can realistically do is title whack or another one through a hard Harley then by that logic. No, goddamn. Oh wait, yeah, hang on, we have Sunken Temple. Oh, you know what? Grinding up to Stone Vigil is actually probably more entertaining then, because I was gonna say like level 32 to level 41. Welcome to many levels of Blade Blocks. But no, thankfully we won't be doing too many Blade Blocks ones then. Only a couple. Still a number, but well, seeing as we're level 27, Hawkeye's 28. I suppose one thing we could do is start making our way for the hunting log a bit more. Which includes enemies that happen to be in both of the 2 parts of Valhalla we've already been in a bit, so we'll just head on over to Western and kill some bombs. Then I'll double check what else there is that is a requirement. Because then when I hit level 28, I can head into Hawkeye, we can get the levels from that, and then depending on how many levels we do get will depend whether or not we'll have to do more or less of anything else. So the bombs should be all the way over here. Front of the mine. There we go. And the copper goblins as well. The enemies themselves won't give experience, but that's fine. That just shows that we're over the level for them, pretty much. I should be using Rage alone when it comes to fighting enemies. Right, and the third bomb is over this way. Right, where else are all the honey locking trees? Central, giant tortoises we can find all over the place, and then a bunch of stuff in the footfalls. Okay, back to the footfalls then. So, someone has suggested to me that due to the bruising that appeared on the arm, chances are what I did was I tore the muscle. And that's why it hurts. And I've had now 2 nights in a row where I wake up in a load of pain with my arm in a weird position. It's like my body is instinctively going, no, 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 no. This is the best position to rest the muscle so it can repair itself. And it's just like, So, you know, lovely stuff. That's the Scaphites. And then the other ones that aren't the Arbor Buzzards are around here somewhere. Well, there they are, artifact shells. How many of them can we hit in one go with total eclipse? 4 of them. Okay, cool. There we go. What's up next then? We've got, I'll show just the incomplete ones. Tuco is on the eastern, same, okay, everything else is eastern Farland. Like, oh, except for the bloody bogies, we can go fight them quickly. They'll be over by Vesper Bay. Vesper Bay in and of itself counts towards the footfalls section of the area as a whole, even though, pardon me, the first area has like a set number of stuff, and then all the bloody bogies count towards the bloody thing, don't they? Alright. Oh, time for me to be an idiot. Quick. Just get my chocobo out, and then... Oh, the bloody bogies don't count towards it. Doom bogies. Blade ones just happen to have the symbol on it. Okay, well that's annoying then. Well, with that knowledge... Oh god, because we level sync, so I'll have to turn Iron Will back on. Oh well. Right, let's head over to the other farmlands then. Or we can hunt down our tortoise. Actually, yeah, we can do both at the same time, actually. Flying on through the sky as we make our way to the place we gotta get to. Words. Need to figure out how to say the right ones sometimes. Backlash, of course, was last night. Well, this morning. Well, midnight. Because, yeah, that's how that works. That's how time zones work. I haven't watched it yet. So... probably next stream I'll be like, oh, Backlash, oh, it was such an amazing show, oh my god, all those 630 burning hammers through flaming tables, oh my god. But, wait, no, Backlash is WWE. There ain't going to be any 630 burning hammers through flaming tables. Besides, well, actually no, there could be. And it would actually be sold. Unlike certain other promotions where you take the move and then you get up so you can hit like a super kick or something, and then everyone goes, oh my god, this is the greatest wrestling since Hitting Smith and Lou Fez and whatnot. And I'll be like, the fuck is wrong with people? Anyways, Kron guards, they're here. Okay, we're gonna trap them. Ah, the third guard's attracted itself to us. Perfect. I don't need Iron Will on for these enemies, but since we're going for the experience. And then the crackpots. See, we're attacking on our turn, so the logic is obviously they don't get the tag boost. Ah, god, I can't wait for that card to be available to play with in Magic. Oh, that's just, it sounds like a fun idea, but it's very much you're playing a green deck for Jumbo Cactuars, basically. Because because any combo colors, I question why you would do a combination for it. Other than because it's in, other than because you've got one of the Final Fantasy commander decks that have green, so it's like, might as well, you know. I don't know. It's still weird to me how in Magic the Gathering... oh yeah, it's everything going okay. Still weird to me that in Magic the Gathering you can say, I summon my commander, Gary the Snail. And then I give it haste with some spell card, and then I attack you, but you can block me with your dog meat from Fallout. And then this other person that's going next after me, it has like a bunch of hobbits. It's still weird to me, but then at the same time, it makes perfect sense. Because the tried and true formula of it all at this point. So many games have proven that you can do like 1 billion collaborations with every media franchise under the sun and make so much money out of it. I mean, hell, that's essentially what Fortnite does the entire time. Like, anytime you see like news on like console with Fortnite, it's like, oh, this character from X franchise has made it into Fortnite. You can now play as them and like snipe someone in the head and then hit some shite dance move. And it's like, yeah, you know what, sure, why not? Because there is that entertainment aspect to it, where it's like, huh, this is quite funny. Darth Vader using a sniper rifle to shoot, some other guy in the head. I mean, he could have just used the Force or something, but that's not as entertaining. I don't know. Oh wait, Metallica's in it for whatever reason. Just shoot Lars Ulrich in the head. That sounds like a fun idea, actually. Note, I do not wish harm upon actual people. Before anyone says anything. Why do I keep doing this? I feel like it takes more on me realizing what I'm saying could be useful. Tanking Hawkeye. Means I'm going to be pressing Total Eclipse a lot. I'm waiting for enemies to slowly die, because... Side Total Eclipse. Then again, this is what happens when I'm hitting one that I was not hitting. Right. That material. See, I should have watched Backlash. I should have, when I woke up, I should have immediately gone, right, Backlash, let's do this, and watched that. Instead, I was too busy doing this thing called waking up. Did see a clip of SmackDown where Faction beat the Street Profits, and it's like, on the one hand it's cool to see Faction win on SmackDown, on the other hand it makes perfect sense that, oh, the Street Profits, they're hurt. And Faction were able to capitalize on that factor to get themselves a win. It makes perfect sense to me. Like any other week, they would lose. But not this week. This was the right week to be able to go, hey, we just pinned the tag team champ, to be able to then have the ammo they could go to Nick Aldis and be like, hey, look, we've done it, we've pinned the tag champs. We should get a title shot. Like, Faction could do that, and then you'd see on a random episode of SmackDown just Faction versus Street Profits for the tag titles. And most likely Street Profits would retain, whether any of the other teams choose to get involved, or just through a clean victory, because Street Profits are meant to be face? I don't know. I don't pay attention to that sometimes. I think it's no DIY with that. I've definitely been healed. I don't know. SmackDown Tag Division's been doing a good job, which is a real shame that the TLC match wasn't at Mania. I think that's been brought up before, but it is weird. Like something like a War Raiders New Day normal tag match. Like, yeah, okay, I'm fine with that at Mania. Could they have done more to build it up? Oh, 100%, because it was pretty much just, oh hey, they had a match and then shit occurred, and so they'll have a rematch. Which isn't as entertaining, to be honest, then all these teams They're all clashing over the tag titles to such an extent there's no choice but to make it a big gimmick matchup. And it's like been built up for months, and then it just ends up happening on an episode of SmackDown. It's just like, huh. But I do understand the point of like, oh well, you see you see there needs to be shit that occurs on Raw and SmackDown, because then what's the bloody point in watching the television shows if there's nothing interesting happening? It's like, yeah, that's exactly the point. Interesting stuff needs to happen. But it also makes sense that if something is WrestleMania caliber, it goes on bloody WrestleMania. I think that's definitely why there are people who seem to definitely not like the fewer match number on the PLEs. And to me, I feel like it's double-edged sword. Because on the one hand, it's nice that the matches that do go on PLEs, they get to have the room to breathe without having to be like, oh come on, get going, we've got 10 other matches to do. That's good. That's a good thing. On the other hand, it does mean that there are times when it's like, hang on, we've got all these different divisions that just never show up for months on end. For people who don't watch Raw, for people who don't watch SmackDown, they don't get to see these belts. What's the point of them if they're not going to get used in a consistent manner? That's my way of thinking about it. Sometimes a match doesn't need to have 20 minutes. Sometimes a match only needs 5. It's all about trying to allocate the time correctly. Oh, this person easily destroying this other person should not go 20 minutes with it being a 50-50 offense. It should be, oh, this person overpowers them and just batters them, and it's like a 5-minute match, and hell, 10-minute match. Give a host. Have it so it's like, oh, hang on. They nearly do it. They actually like make a comeback. Like an underdog. That's the thing about an underdog story in wrestling. You need it so that it's like it's believable that hold on, there's this chance that they can win, and you want it so that it's believable enough that people are willing to get behind them. I think that's why there's a difference between a Sami Zayn and probably quite a few underdogs in wrestling, where it's just like you get people always complaining like, oh, there's just no point. We know they're going to lose. They're a perennial jobber. It's like if they give a hope spot, that means they think that it's to try and make you think, oh, hang on, something here we weren't seeing before. Interesting. Instead of, oh yeah, no, they die horribly. Because that just kind of defeats the point. Like the Heath Slater in 2016 storyline trying to get onto Raw or SmackDown. It's like, it made you want to believe in him, that this might be the chance. This could be the last shot he has to get onto one of the 2 brands. And then you get and it's like, oh, actually, no, there's a chance it doesn't. But then it's like, no, it gives you the hope again, and then it delivers on the finish. And you're like, yes, this is what we wanted to see. Same with practically every Sami Zayn match. Like, he gets battered, and for a good while it was like, he gets battered, and it's like, oh, he gets battered, ow, oh, he took that move, oh, fuck. And then he makes the comeback. I think that's the thing, is that you have to make it believable that what's happening makes sense. Having someone who's being advertised as like, oh, they're huge monster heel, they'll batter you in seconds, they'll just hit you with their big finisher maneuver and that's it, you're done. And then have it be where they're taking the lion's share of the offense by someone who's half their height, half their weight, and loves doing power moves despite being barely eligible to be a cruiserweight. Like, lighter than a cruiserweight, essentially. That's when it becomes very much like a, no, hold on, this makes no sense. Like, the big, huge, scary monster should just eat them alive. The only situation where that would be different would be if, say, they're in a storyline and someone who actually can handle fighting them does something that causes it so that the big monster gets like rolled up or something, or like a just simple arm place. Like, let's say like Brock Lesnar was fighting like in 2003, like someone like Spike Dudley, and then just have like angle interference. That then leads to it like, oh my god, little Spike Dudley wins. I'm not sure if a match like that actually happened, but like that would be credence enough to be like, no, the reason why Lesnar lost was because of angle. That would be the point. But you'd also give credibility that, hey, they actually now have this win on the record books. Yeah, they can't win. Yeah, in kayfabe they will just get battered the moment they try utilizing it to move up the card. But you never know. Have faith in them. They might just be able to surprise you. Maybe that's just flawed logic, but it's logic nonetheless. One thing I think Dungeon Masters don't understand is that if you try to weave this narrative, you have to weave around the fact, you have to actually weave the narrative around the fact that the players may choose to do things that don't serve what the plot that you wanted. And you have to prepare for that fact. Don't give them too many options on what they can do. But also don't railroad. Because if you railroad them, then sometimes it might be like, hang on, we're maybe having this fun role play where we're able to make a decision. And instead it's like, okay, you all savage barbarians that you chose to make now have to be in a formal party and be sophisticated. It's like, instead of them just being like, hang on, can we just like go to this Coliseum place you stated that existed? Nope. Nope, it's a full party or nothing. It's like, that's not how it works. Oh god. Game. Don't kill me, please. The fact I heard to put Rampart up. God, and this is just the normal way that you end up normally encountering this lot. I mean, maybe I could have timed it bad to not be having to fight the maid servant as well, but bloody hell. Oh, I'm going to die. No, I'm not going to die. Okay, sweet. I don't want to say too much about other playthroughs that I'm in the process of actually doing and whatnot on stream, but I must say this: I love how my Terrier Modern has grown pants, like trousers. Trousers. I'm British. I need to say trousers, but don't any Americans watching pants, and it's just like what? It's just like, oh, look at my small boy has become a big boy. Oh, look at him. He's got trousers on. How lovely. It's like, it's just, you know what? I may not know much about Digimon compared to like Pokemon, but I gotta say, Digimon Cyber Sleuth is a fun time. I'm having no fun with it. I'm glad I actually chose to actually play it on stream because I played like a little bit of it off stream, and it's like, okay, I can get it. I can get into this potentially. And then I just didn't carry on playing. I got distracted, probably because I've been doing all the various Pokemon games that I've played on stream. So that's on me. That's on me. So although I do wish that there was English dubbing on Cyber Sleuth. Personally, there's just that part of me that just would be like, man, if only. Because then I wouldn't have to try reading out all the dialogue at the same time as Japanese voice lines occur. Like, believe it or not, I'm not Japanese. Believe it or not, my understanding of Japanese is rather shite. And yes, I'm a fan of HoloLive, if that makes sense. More importantly, of course, though, is the fact that I know for a fact, based off of what analytics do show up, most of my audience tends to be very much English speaking. There's been a few instances of one or two more out there countries. Like, there was definitely one or two videos that just randomly, or even streams, that just randomly had some Filipinos. And it's like, oh, you know what, some people from the Philippines, fair enough. I don't know why, I don't know how they stumbled upon this one, but you know, fair enough. But it's primarily the UK and the US. That, like, when actual figures show up, it's primarily England, Europe, America. So, very much more English speaking. I am doing this fight longer than it might need to be. Oh, I'm not doing this fight properly. I almost messed up. They need to both be hitting me. Oh. This fight's taking longer because I can spend my time hitting the Jester instead of the Steward. Steward first. Oh, there we go, now she's just... Huzzah! Honestly, that is something that's worth pointing out, really, is that it's interesting to see when demographics do show up. Like, I don't know what the threshold is. I seem to get more of a threshold when it comes to, like, people who subscribe and then actually do watch other things, because it does happen. It does happen, believe it or not. Same with the likes of, am I anything at this point? Yeah, I do have a few things. It's like when it's like, oh, these are the devices people use, and it's primarily smartphones and tablets, and that makes sense. Not everyone's going to hop onto a computer and immediately go, right, time to stick on YouTube. When usually the reason why people use a computer is either because they work on a computer, they play games on their computer, they do both on the computer. Or, you know, you use that as your way to stream from a console. Obviously you need an Elgato or something. I did not get out of the way of that, and I'm a multiple of 5. Well, level 5 petrification, ladies and gentlemen. You can't assure it, but it will go after a while, which is useful. That's good. Tic tac. Oh, I've only 2, but oh well. It is starting to warm up in here. Oh no, it's weird. Middle of the night, I feel warm as hell. Early morning, ugh, it's cold. Makes no sense to me, but oh well. Right, since we're a tank, that means we'll just stand here the entire time. Good, we got rid of it before it cast anything. Then I won't take damage. Haha! Well, it's not that the AI is going to use the limit break, to be fair, and Lampard's on cooldown, so yeah. Right, that does that. We hit level 31. We've got a Mana Elmo, which is the tank one, which looks like this. Well, at least we know where to aim to hurt me in the head, at least. Ah, Maiden's the mental connection roll and the Archer. We might have already had that before. I don't know. Oh, we've already had the connection roll before. Yeah. Well, the weapon we can glamour if we decide to, I guess, if we haven't already had it. But anyway, the rematch. The final gladiator quest for the 1 to 30 experience. And then we'll be heading on to Paladin. Yes, we become Paladin, you see. The ability to Paladin around is certainly a thing. Anyways, the rematch is extremely essential to a recent turn of events. Damn it, all to the 7th hell! This is madness! It's Aldous! He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so. And what have I said about the man? He would never resort to using poison. Now Quinn must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and again, and now they're reaching out to their Taoist allies. I don't want to believe when he said that they had such influence, but wait, that's it. If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's Wyman. He has the reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find him. See what he can tell us. Aldous is many things, but he is not a murderer. Alright then, let's go and talk to Wyman and see what he can do. Charge. Alright, that was enough of that. Oh, this poor beaver. They will only remain worried until I have Thorn Trail and a character my character's at a level that works out for it. I was wondering when you might come along, Chris. Frankly, I'm surprised Aldous spent so quietly. I want to know there's no walking away from this. Why would Aldous surrender himself? Really don't know, do you? No, best I start at the beginning then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leopold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the Bloodsands. They threw all their hard-fought glory away for a few gil more. See, the average old earl loves a good Colosseum fight, and what better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a max fixing scheme with untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum and his wins were stricken from the record. Your guild master might have got the worst of it though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time her father fell ill and passed away. Pardon me. There were some oddities surrounding his death too. Just rumoured he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced people, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really. It made Aldous look that much worse. In the end, Milo lost two of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Leopold tried to go solo on the Bloodline, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man you so desperately want to save, though. Judging from that look in the eye, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then, though you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Vorga's bile. 'Tis a fire poison, rather expensive too. Only Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. Gods only know why they give it to Aldous. Could go to the headquarters of the Spelcher in Southern Vanland and ask them to write, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct confrontation personally, but you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him we're even. And I hope it was all worth it. Alright, off to Eastern Vanland. No, not Eastern. This one is in Southern. This Vulture's Southern. I'm almost screwing up there. Little Alamigo. A nice, lovely place. We shall unicorn our way to the enemy. Hopefully we don't get murdered by everything. Because there'll be a number of enemies about. Welcome to this area. We didn't really go in here, did we? Well, to be fair, it's full of level 28 mobs, and if we're smart about this, we could potentially just be able to go here, interact with the thing, and not have to fight a thing. Oh, no, enemies spawn. Okay, well. Good thing we've got our treasure with us. Oh, come on. Get the walls fighting. Yeah, your enemies, hopefully. Don't attack. It's just a knuckle dancer. Right, that's the first thing. We've searched for potential proof of Aldous' innocence, and now we're going to go over here to get some Mulga's bile. So we can at least see if there actually is any at the very least, but if it is, there is. Then there's Knuckle Dancer happens to stand right by it, but hey, you know, could be worse, could be a fake going on. But yeah, we're fighting Aliquin, we're fighting lawless things. I wonder if the Aliquin's involved. I wonder if maybe it's Leopold instead who's actively trying to do this shit. And to that I say, what? The bad guys are being bad? No! No, next thing you're going to tell me is that good guys tend to do good things until they become bad guys because they want to do something bad. Or bad guys become good because they realise that doing good things is more rewarding or something, or some other thing that makes sense. I don't know. A point being... God, who spent that long? Oh, then again, we did do a Hawkeye one. I think that's the thing, is that the dungeon ones certainly do eat into the time that it takes. Do I go thermataging or punching Aldous? Where are you being, Chris? Aldous has been given over to into the custody of the Sacrarium. They need to execute him. We must do something. Well, here's the deal that the Aliquin made, and Ralga's bile. This poison, is it? You've proved the Aliquin purged it from the Corpse Brigade? Thank the gods, you've done it. Quickly, we must show this to the official planning of his execution at Highbridge. Go, now! And now we go to Eastern Farrowland. Got me Farrowlands mixed up. It's an easy mistake. It all looks the bloody same to me. But then again, I'm sure people could say that about quite a few areas that I've roamed through in the past. Deep in the heart of Sigoli, there is indeed a fate. Anyway, Highbridge! The Zacome has sentenced you to death for your crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last... Huh? Who are you? And what do you want? Proof that it wasn't him. You honourable priest. These are bold accusations you make, adventurer. However, the Sacrarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men. He will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath. Chris, foul scales have always yielded to wealth above all else, and Leopold spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal, and you, what are you waiting for? Do it. Why, it's a sword. Why did that? Aldous! Ah, Myla. Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headsman's axe. And then they just watch as he undoes the binds. Idiots. The gods are to have blood this day. I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourselves in exchange. Mercy! Well, those guys are probably one wise people that end up having to deal with this shit themselves at this point. Interfering the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. Oh well. Well, we here at the Gladiators Guild love dying horribly. I had a feeling the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. Ah, so it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. Milo and the others need you, Chris. Leave him to me. No, right. I mean, to be fair, I am wearing a proper helmet compared to some people sometimes. Oh, pardon me again. Oh, but you look at that. Eloquent people. He need you up on the bridge. Yeah, I know. There's a slight issue called enemies. That's how they go about it. Up here! I know where to go. Up. The humility is decided to drop down on that. Hey, level 32, we can head straight into Playflops. Why would I do that? I'll sort out being in a different position later. Now, I've done it, I've made it. Hello everyone, I'm here to help. Here we attack. Here we attack. Here we attack. Waha! I slice you in half with my spinning sword technique. Blade, 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 blade. I'm gonna be like Moses in the Beyblade anime. I shall part the sea with a blade blade. And that Godwin fella gets murdered. Hooray! You got to deal with me! There's not really many more to deal with other than that, so. There we go, which means now it's just these fuckers that have to get that bridge. My rage of alone missed. I think these enemies are higher level actually. There we go. Duty complete! Huzzah! Aldous! Aldous! And Aldous disarms Leavold. You almost had me, Leavold. Stay back! I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory. Just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Aldous. How does it feel to lose your name? Your legacy? Everything you ever loved? Okay, my lips particularly. I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Leavold. It's over. Like hell's it is. I swear you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Leavold, no! Well, you know damn well neither of us will see Val's realm. Well, that was an idiotic move on his part. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Indeed. Let's leave. Well, seeing as that is a very far drop, I say it's safe to say that we'll probably never see him again. I've already forgotten his name. Who was that smart that decided that suicide was a good idea? Try to keep me going. No, I don't. But sugar is nice to have. like, the actual difference is, this is 18 grams. This is like a small one. Meanwhile, like, if you get like a proper big one, that's 49 grams. They're a lot more in a bigger bit of plastic. I don't like to keep it on the desk. Well, then again, I'm able to make comparisons then. I'm glad you were there, Chris. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Aliquin. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'd make a wonderful attraction, of course. You'd need a title that befits your prowess. Now that it's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No, Leovold may be dead, but the Aliquin are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Oldor's lovely ladies any longer. Perhaps if their equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Not another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Thorn has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fanaise the house as ordinance. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Myla. I am known to have this effect on the fairer sex. We should just let you get beheaded. I should let the headsman. I just let you. Yeah, exactly. That way you might learn something of humility. But how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? It does make a good point. Your father would be proud of you, Myla. Don't ever change. Ah yes, there's one thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Chris. That's me. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Bloodsands, I was given an offer. A Sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. The Evolve begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honour or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and despite all that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. So it's only thing to know what's right, listen to that heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades and have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversary. And with that, I bid you all farewell. So long, oldest. Who knows when we'll see you again. I better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to... What the sun hell's are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? You think it's all takes to stand on the Bloodsands as a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it's you and you alone who decides your destiny. We truly cannot rest. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? Aye! We're all happily going to go about our days now. Hooray! Let's get the silver pieces. And Paladin can be gone by talking to the guild receptionist. Hooray! Which just give us spirits within. Woo! More attack. Ah, there you are, Chris. Perfect timing. I just had a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember you heard this from me first, Sword and Sworn Elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. Oh. Sword and Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, then you had no chance to learn the arts. Competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. Anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Oldar Sultanate, which meant no more venturing, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this dude is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the Sworn or any other nonsense either. Hooray! This is a golden, no, a platinum opportunity that comes by but once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade and the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sword and Sworn Elite, Genlis is his name, and tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Well, that's not necessarily going to be the exact wordage we'll use, but sure. Let's become a paladin. Right, so closest one there will be the Chamber of Rule. And when you do any quest that involves you going up to the Sultan place up there, you do kind of end up just walking past Genlis every single bloody time. So, you know what? Probably have it committed by memories by now. Yes, I'm Genlis, member of the Sultan Sworn Elite and servant to the Oldar Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you've come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good sir. Ah, it's Chris. Chris, a fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sell swords and gladiators and others of their ilk will their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. The greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the Paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan's sworn elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan's sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are sure of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to sell swords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor? No, because of a blot of dishonour left by one who shall not be named. Oh no, Voldemort! And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. Actually, no, I hate taking rather. I should come up with something else that would not be named. Oh no! Any Republican ever. Insert some other turf person here. or something, I don't know. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the Paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan's sworn, but serve as a free Paladin. However, first you will show us that both the sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honour. In the ruins to the south of Little Amigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be Paladin, show me the metal in your heart, and steel in your blade. Right, so yeah, over to Little Amigo, once again, so, you know, quick turnabout really, in the grand scheme of things. I should probably check to see if this is my best gear. Oh, I have the infantry skirt, okay, fair enough. Looks a little off colour compared to the rest of the gear, but now well. To be fair, that's what happens when you've only done like A1 of Blayflops. And that was for the story. Anyways, heading on over here, and oh, it's the brazier. Oh look, it's the undead. Despite no one, that's exactly what we were told was going to happen. Well, easy enough situation. And a wandering mage. I pressed the wrong button. Here. Go. Now we use the Ashcan hearts in the fire. And get to go into a cutscene. Hooah! Oh. There we go. If you're in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. And rather bearded Wogaden, hooray, facial hair. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armour you wear or the status you claim. I'm just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the Paladin. Here, we'll be returning to the captain, yes. Then give him this crystal. Okay then. The way you use that sword reminds me of a man I used to know. My eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a Paladin, strong and true. Devote yourself to the way, and become a beacon of light. And does a wave backwards like that. And I want to punch that guy in the face for doing said wave, because I've seen it one too many times, aka more than once in Trials of God Still Free, because that game does it way too many times. Fair enough, though. Honestly, sometimes maybe, you know what? It's just how it is, though. At the end of the day. Got to do some form of animation of like people walking away while waving goodbye, then yeah, you know. I just defaulted to the Gladiators Guild like an idiot. Just the wrong one. We're gonna go to the Chamber of View. Right, hello journalists, I've done the job. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins of south of Little Alamigo and southern Valen, defeat them and turn them to proof of your deed. Well, here you go, here are the Ashcan remains. Yes, that's what I needed. Prove that you've defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I've no doubt that you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That is well. For there is much to learn. First and foremost, you are a paladin now. Hooray! A custodian of traditions, agent and noble. A free paladin has no master, instead he travels all lands, and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenceless. You say fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path. You have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its service are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. He who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honour. Bahamut's Fang! You already possess a crystal. And you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin? Who told you to hand it to me? This is the one I've got. Curse him! He has made a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed the soul of the paladin, but is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultan Swan. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. God damn it. He is an oath breaker who bent the knee to the Olden Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultan Swan, but then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honour, on the paladin way? This soul is polluted and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of the Sultan Swan. That traitor was no Sultan Swan, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance. But through Wayne's long and short, our forebears in Sultan Swan have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our ranks scorn them, as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan Swan in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honour, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honour and name. You wield a skilled blade. More importantly, you've met the traitor face to face. Your great task as paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. At least we know who we're looking for. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honour binds you as surely as an oath. Hooray! We've now gotten ourselves our soul of the paladin. Which nets us Spirits Within, a real bad film. And we'll get a new crest at level 55 like with every single other one. Woo! So, Spirits Within, we'll just put it on our hotbar there. It's a simple attack, 270 potency, and we get to do it every half a minute. Hooray! Shotron reduces damage taken by 15%. We're using Oath Gauge, yeah, we get an Oath Gauge for 4 seconds. So, nice way of mitigation. Prominence is a combo action to Total Eclipse, which increases enmity as additional effect still anyway, and has a combo potency of 220, which is 120 more than normal, as it's only 100 to all enemies. Cover takes all damage intended for another party member as long as said party member remains within 20 yards, does not activate with certain attacks, curse you square, and also curse other people. Hollow Ground renders us impervious to most attacks for 10 seconds. Hooray, finally I can be impervious to chain, just like Shane Douglas. Anyway. Bulwark blocks incoming attacks every 90 seconds. You can utilise this for 10 seconds at a time. Goring Blade delivers an attack with a potency of 700. It can only be executed while under the effects of Goring Blade ready. Divine Veil creates a barrier around self and all party members near you that absorbs damage equivalent to 10% of your maximum health. Hooray! Clemency and... Wait, I thought I'm playing a tank, not a healer, as we get to restore our health. Or at least a target's health, for that matter. With a core potency of 1,000... and an MP cost of 4,000, that's actually not so good, with the additional effect of restoring to self 50% of the health restored to target if target is a party member. So you get to bring your own health up alongside your party member. Hooray! Royal Authority delivers a attack with a potency of 100 and combos off of Riot Blade for 360. So yeah, this will be a good version of Age of Odin. Intervention reduces target members' damage taken by 10% for 6 seconds and increases damage reduction by an additional 10% if Rampart or Sentinel are active. So that's quite useful, that using either Sentinel or Rampart as your mitigation, you can actually do something with like an AoE attack. Holy Spirit is a simple MP costing unexpected damage of potency of 300 for 2000 MP. Intervene rushes to attack and delivers attack with potency of 150, maximum charges of 2, cannot be executed while bound. Requires Cat deals unexpected damage with a potency of 320 and grants 4 stacks of itself, which increases the potency of Holy Spirit, and all spells will require no cast time. So that helps out with doing Holy Spirits and even hidden clemency. There's not many more actually. Passes of Arms increases the block weight to 100 and creates a designated area in a cone behind you, in which party members will only suffer 85% of all damage inflicted. That might be useful in fights that have big room AoE affairs. Holy Circle deals unexpected damage with potency of 100 to all nearby enemies, with a Divine Might potency of 250 and a Require's Cat potency of 350. And the effect of Divine Might will be prioritized over Requires Cat when under the effect of both. So you'll do less damage away. Atonement delivers attack with a potency of 360 with the effect of restoring MP and grants Supplication Ready along for 30 seconds and can only be extended under the effect of Atonement Ready. Confitor deals unexpected damage to target and all enemies nearby with potency of 420 for the first enemy and 6% less. Require Cat puts it at 920, another 2000 MP costing spell. Holy Sheltron is a much bigger, better version of Sheltron, reduces damage taken by 50%, but also gives Knight's Resolve, which reduces damage taken by 15% as well. And Knight's Benediction, which gradually restores health of 250 potency for 12 seconds. So, all in all, quite a lot of stuff. Expiration delivers attack to all enemies nearby it with a potency of 450 and 6% less for all remaining enemies and restores your MP. Yeah, this one, it's weird. That seems like a... then again, every other minute, just get a 450 one. Okay, fair enough. Guardian reduces damage taken by 40%. Hooray! And it works a magic barrier, which notifies damage equivalent to a heal of 1000 potency. And Imperator at 96 deals unexpected damage to target and all enemies nearby it with a potency of 580 for the first enemy and 6% less for all many enemies. Gives you Requires Cat stacks and increases the potency of Holy Spirit, Holy Circle and Confitor combo actions, and spells will require no cast time and grants Confitor Ready. I'm assuming other things are able to do that, because yeah, a few of these things are unassignable, including some blades. Well, oh, Fight or Flight has the action chain setting, so that would allow for Goring Blade. So you do that and then you go into Goring Blade. So that actually is not too bad actually, because that means it actually does more damage than that. Obviously, so in the trades you can see exactly which ones get enhanced and upgraded throughout all this. Spiritual Room becomes Expiration, Requires Cat comes Imperator. So you know, number of sensible stuff. Right, which one's more higher level already? Thaumaturge is at 8, Pudge is at 6. Okay, well. Well, I for one think we could run around as Thaumaturge for a bit. I should probably check the hunting log before I go running around. Cactuars, Sylphy Clouds, Jarlsum Feeders. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna head into Western Fireland then. Well, I can feel the warmth in the curtain area there in the window. Right, anyways. I see I'm not the only person that's the siren utilising this time to... No, pardon me. Oh yeah, they changed it, didn't they? So at some point they made it so Thaumaturge no longer has to worry about timers. So we could just, so for something like fighting these things, like these Cactuars or something, I don't have to worry too much. I can just spam Blizzard and that's perfectly fine. Does mean that being able to use Thunder definitely is more in line with sorting yourself out in a way where you have sorted out, like, so it's like, oh, well, I've got stuff. I did not do that one. So if I wanted to say actually cast one before, I'd have to do is switch and then respond immediately kind of logic. Not what I did, which was the one way around. But I guess that gives you a bit more freedom as to when you're going to do your burst, instead of like, oh, I gotta switch over to fire now, when it may not be the most opportune. You know? That's not a bad thing, overall-wise, in my opinion. It's like, right now, I can switch on over, cast Mimi Fire, and even hit Thunder real quick. Launch fireballs at these goblins, as we do. Switch on over, hit a Thunder on this goblin, and then we use Blizzard to restore MP. Okay, so it's a standard loop, and it makes a level of sense. I'll admit. Seems sensible enough. Level up, and we get access to sleep. That's actually a nice, useful thing to have, actually, in a way, because it will allow us to not die necessarily. So we could carry on with some hunting log, but I think pretty much all these are, yeah, all these are central. So we'll wide ourselves into a bit of rock, like an idiot. But hey, doing that real quick means that we're right by the thing needed, so that's good. Thaumaturge will become Black Mage at level 30, but this does mean that I'm having to play as a Thaumaturge. They are definitely 100% the most frailest of the classes that I've definitely noticed in terms of health pools, in my opinion. But then again, that makes sense, because let's face it, let's take like most of the time in Final Fantasy games, Black Mages tend to have less health overall, but the idea is that they're the ultimate glass cannon in magic. They can deal brilliant amounts of magic, but in terms of damage, but they get hit once and they're on the floor dead, so, you know. Yes, Chris, yes. The aura of power surrounding you is palpable. The glare begins to blind my Thaumaturge's eye. How lovely. I'm stroking the invisible part of my beard. Your lesson today shall be taught by Coco Barney. Go to him and hear from the chat that's entitled The Threat of Purity. Alright, fair enough. Let's go do that then. Aha! So, Chris, you've come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother, have you? Promise you, however, your education shall not be third rate. Let's read from the second chapter, shall we? Are you settled? No last moment trips to the privy? Very well, then. The threat of paucity. Ah, how magnificent the ruthless power we wield! Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry. Flame sputters out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this fact, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. Terrifying thought, isn't it? The Thaumaturge who has exhausted his arcane reserves is naught but a man with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, we may as well equate the aetheritic energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious new force, we are as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of aetheric balance. The scales can tip in one or two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lie in an umbral direction, your Thaumaturge is affected by a state known as umbral ice. Potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy to invoke. On the other hand, a Thaumaturge in the astral fire state will find the potency of his incantations enhanced, but at greater cost to his aesthetic stamina. Now, with the concept of aetheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, I bid you go forth and slay 8 Fs. Pray do your best to stay alive. Flex badly on me when the milled corpse of one of my pupils is returned to the orrery. Alright. Now to go and kill the Pacific thing. 8 times. And Yayaki has Triple Triad. So we'll take a stab at what she has. Triple Triad, very well then. Yes, none but chaos on the match rules. Well, we'll take a swing at it, see what we end up having it with chaos. Don't know what that will do, but 3 open. So there's our let thing, and we're going fast. Why are we all? Oh, okay, so we don't get to choose. Go here. Kind of wish it wasn't Livia that we played, but I'm just not getting any of my good ones. Yeah. Play the one I can see. No, no, they did that. No, they win by default. Fuck. Okay, she's actually got quite a good setup. Oh, wait, okay, no, never mind on that one then. I can't win a day. I need to maybe grind some Moogle points and actually buy like some of the other cards. Fs. We find them in this part of our land. And while we're here, we can also maybe hunt down a few other things ahead of time. Like the Sylphy Clouds, the Spring Grave Robbers, Grin Cell Sweepers, and the Sunbats. Lovely. But the Fs are not in that bit. They're in the bit over. Might actually attract the Antling Workers, but nah, well. I think that's just the curse of having the Chocobo out, but at the same time we're getting experience for our Chocobo, which is good. Actually, you know what? I might set the Chocobo to tank while we're in this class, because good lord do we need the defense. Whew. I still can't believe there was actually a point in the previous stream where I outright said Pokemon instead of Digimon when talking about Digimon, and I'm just like, no, I can't go around doing that. Who knows what gets clipped? Assuming there are already clips out there of my various shenanigans. At least there's none that I'm aware of. Yeah, the Sunbats are level 11, so we probably should slay the Fs first. I don't know, there's some about right here. We can slay them alongside the Fs. Well, the idea is that you switch over to fire. So you can yeah. That would also help having better gear equipped than what we were wearing. Getting hit by it. Whew. So now we're finally getting hit by it, and then I just need to stand in one. Classic me. Being an idiot. But no, we can utilize sleep like this. This stops them from attacking. Unfortunately, any attack practically causes them to no longer be asleep. So in reality, we just wasted 800 miles. Kind of sucks in that sense, but there's not much I can do about it. While we're doing this whole stuff. It's a shame Thunder is tied still to this, in my opinion, because all it is a dot that you don't have easy access to unless you happen to plan on switching to the other element. You know? It just makes it seem like it. When they did that change, that was certainly a decision I do not agree with. Because it's like, it's a simple dot. I'd rather be able to cast it like as my opener maneuver without having to switch between fire and ice unless I'm at full MP and I'm on ice, or I'm low on MP and on fire. Then it makes sense. Like, against random enemies, it's like, opening with Thunder wouldn't be a bad idea. Bosses, opening with Thunder is bloody good, because it means that, hey, that's additional damage being done right off the bat, instead of, oh, hold on, let me just do some damage, then switch, and then do whatever I was meant to be doing damage-wise. You know? Maybe that's just me. Right. And that's 8 of those fuckers. Anything else in my hunting log still? Yeah, the black wave hoppers and the shell sweepers. Well, we can go over there and deal with them. That'll get us some more level. Because we're in Farrowland still, so we've kind of practically done everything we can quest-wise, I think. So the best thing I can do is go around doing the various killings of stuff. Apparently we are, we are all level for this, so maybe we've got to be a little careful then. Because while the shell sweepers do count, currently, for all of this, actually fighting the fucker, because he's surrounded by a whole bunch of them, you know? Ah, Blizzard 2 at level 12. So behold, longer cast time. But ooh, AoE that does no damage. And since we're in the area, one welcome's active for like the next 40 seconds. We might as well just stand over here and hit the grave robbers over here instead then. Really, it's a case of just utilising the fact that we do have to, that we can stand at a good distance is a good way to go about making sure that we don't get immediately murdered by enemies when we're fighting them. There we go, we've got difficulty rank 2 and we'll look into that in a moment when we're not doing the Slow Turn quest. Because we still need to get 2 additional... Oh, actually, tortoises do be one of them. It's the one in front of it. Since tortoises are them, but now... That person's in a car. God damn it, here I am riding a unicorn and other people decide, you know what we should be in? A car. Damn it. I guess some people are willing to download a car. Well, anyways. So I've got mute. Now I'm wearing the best I've got. Sadly for Blizzard 2, it is truly just an AoE option that doesn't really do much in terms of damage. Aha! You arrived before me, upright and breathing. Wonderful! It is so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, Chris, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? Flee. Oh ho, most practical indeed. It's a discreet withdrawal to await the replacement of your energies as a sound strategy. But should there be no left to one, a file of Aether can be your stoutest ally. Ah, Aether, the drought of the gods. The thaumaturges indeed, any who practice the arts of arcane manipulation value the substance above all others. Sounds like an easy way to end up overdosing on substances there. Thus it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastman activity. Seems the Amalja whaling party has attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with the entire crate of precious Aether. Oh no! The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amalja bandits and retrieve the cargo of Aether-filled files. According to the report, their armoured war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. Ah, and I believe Kokobuki has an additional request. While you are busy incinerating Amalja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood. I assume you can draw any from their smoking remains. Alright, fair enough. And while the game wants us to go to Camp Drybone, we can take a detour, kill another tortoise and whatnot. Oh, so fun fact, if you were doing this at level, you would it'd be like, oh yeah, go to East Farland. Go to Eastern Farland. We expect you to be able to go through the area full of level 14 toxic toads on your own. Have fun and all that. Now they've put themselves in a good position because it puts you, because it means that it puts you in the seat. Anyway, let's just kill this tortoise again. I know, I'm an evil bastard. But it's for the hunting, look. There's enough of them that they'll live on. We're reporting, we've decided that there's enough tortoises have been killed that they are now extinct in the world of Eorzea. Their Square Enix just announces tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh, I caused them to go extinct. What have I done? And then various politically minded groups will then burst in through the windows and tell me how much of a horrible person I am repeatedly to my face. Actually, no, flying over here, it's the characters in the bloody equivalents again. You know what, I'm actually thinking that attacker might be the way to go, actually. By God, a Nihog Slayer is slicing at some grass. I mean, everyone needs to get paid somehow. Well, here I am killing cactuars. Fly up here and fight these attendants. No, we're still in fire form. Exhaust the Reforce proper before we do the foolish one. The idea is obviously meant to be that we aren't in Blizzard, we aren't in the ice form continuously. That doesn't stop me, does it? Oh. I don't need to kill them anymore. So lucid dreaming, hooray! That is very useful. Thank you, game. Right, we're level 14, that's fine. That's good. The toxic toads are what matters for Thaumaturge. Darn. Well, let's fight them then. Anything that means that we can immediately do the level 15 quest is good. We hit an instance of fire, we get sticky tongues. What? Oh, the other one! Oh. You know what? Maybe I need the healing form of Chocobo now. Well, this could have probably gone better in some ways, to be fair. There's also a telling sign as to how we fare when multiple enemies are aggroed. Thankfully, we do have pretty much all the plundered gear we need, so that's the first couple of dungeons stuff. So that's good on that, and in that sense, you know. Chukos are a thing we need. Keep that in mind. As level 7 Almojo Ravagers show up. Standing next to each other. No matter, we succeeded anyway. Tukos. Level 16. Lovely stuff. Let's go back to Oldar, however. Right, with this done, we can go do the level 15 quest immediately. So, wait for us all. Do I detect the scent of Aether? I trust that stench is Amalja blood. Well, no, well, you see, I'm the one that was swapping all the Aether supplies, obviously. Ho ho! 10 fanes! 20, 30 to say so much Aether is just so very comforting. What have we here, Coco Barney? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see Chris's lessons have had the desired effect. I will assume the foul, vicious liquid you have there is Beastman blood. Coco Bussy should be pleased. The Coco Bussy. Ugh, I still hate that, actually. Quite a bit. Coco Buki! You left word for me to visit the Ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in thaumaturgy? Ah, Coco Bussy! Good of you to come. Chris here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Malja blood for you. Now, Mr. Crane's mind explained how you had been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we are most interested in the results of such experiments, so you see, Bussy, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Bussy. Besides, Belford is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This is but another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. You know what, we may need someone to throw the potions at each other. Bussies, we just can't stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. I do apologise, brother. I sometimes feel how difficult it must be not having a natural aptitude for the arcane arts. As I mentioned before, Chris Kikobussy is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thaumaturgy. Even with the proper training, you'd be unable to cast magics as we can. Were to attempt to force a manifestation of power that's drawn on his aetheric reserves would likely kill him. But let us not dwell on this unpleasant circumstance. For you, on the other hand, are brimming with thaumaturgic potential. Remain diligent in your studies and do not cease in your efforts to expand your wellspring of power. Huzzah! Once again, we did our job. And Coco Bussy gets to be all... because, yeah. Anyways, talking to Coco Bussy once again. Now, the first superiority Nexus Scave, which I would probably prefer having in a bad place than to cast at a moment's notice. Come, Chris, the yawning abyss beckons once more. Today, Coco Benzi will instruct you the chapter entitled The Threat of Superiority. Alright, Bezzy, what do you have to tell us? You come for your lesson, Chris? Then heed well my words. The threat of superiority. Ah, how magnificent the intimidating power we wield! Flames sear the air, ice frosts the ground, and lightning flashes with blinding incandescence. But not all are cowed by our elemental fury. Ignite not your flames, summon not your ice, and strike not with your lightning. Know you this fight, and stay your hand against such foes. Once you cut away all the overblown imagery, the passage draws attention to an important tactic. Wise Thaumaturge does not engage in battle against opponents he cannot defeat. For example would be avoiding conflict with Voltard's multitude of furious merchants. These soulless, ravening creatures are afflicted with the madness and insatiable avarice. Do you perhaps recall the crate of Aether you retrieved from the Malja bandits? Well, a number of irate peddlers have arrived at the guild with the goal to demand recompense for the few measly files we emptied as our just reward. Alright, yes, we tanked the entire bloody box, but the point is that the guild cannot presently afford to pay such a sum. Thus I pass on to you the secret of my last and most potent defence. Shameless weeping! I'm not speaking of a few tears here. I want you to stride right up to these tyrannical traders and cry your eyes out. Give us your best crocodile tears possible. And mayhaps this will help further our prowess in using Thermitage arts. I'm really sorry, guys. They just had such big stomachs that needed that Aether. Oh, it's not that. Oh, dear, I'm not angry at you. You understand? It's those 5 Aether-addled brothers I take issue with. You tell them the next time this happens, I'll have the price taken out of their unprincipled hides. I'm sorry that they're idiots. If only they understood not to take what wasn't rightfully theirs. Alright, son. I know you're the one who chased down those Amalja brutes for us. I'll let it go this one time, for your sake. Alright. And the Waving Merchant, other words to try and dissuade you from being angry. Well, you needn't cry about a few files today, for lad. I'll tell you what, you dry your eyes for me, and I'll take care of the loss out my own purse. Whew! We did it! Hooray! Now, whoever's cutting those onions, stop it! A masterful performance! The sniffling was a nice touch. You will, however, encounter foes who are unmoved by such piteous wailings. Please, giant ogre with a massive, huge fuck-off axe, don't cleave me in two! Take this recent request, for instance, which I have nominated to serve as your next trial. A team of scholars have asked for a Thermitage to destroy a cursed relic they unearthed known as Mormo's Urn. While pottery is by and large immune to tears, it's the Aliquin thieves that subsequently stole it that concern me. The Aliquin organisation of criminals, yeah, we know this, thank you, Gladiator Questline, not only known for their gentle, unselling dispositions. Rather than attempting to engage an entire gang of their thugs, I would suggest you neutralise the threat to your person with a well-timed sleep spell. The Aliquin have been seen travelling in the southeast of Drybone. Find them and destroy the urn they carry. To be fair, it makes sense that there would still be remnants, seeing as we could possibly have been doing this before the Gladiator quests, so cannot say for certain as to when the timeline all these quests could even canonically take place. Do we even canonically change classes ever? Like in actual cutscene, like you realise it, because obviously the Shadowbringers intro movie that you can watch in the main menu, like has you switching, has the guy that is meant to represent the main character switching classes a bunch, but that's to highlight the classes. You know, like yeah, these are classes we know how to use. But like in terms of like the story, does that ever come? Oh, actually, hang on, Javelins are something that we need to kill. See, if it wasn't for flying, we'd have to make our way around in a more nuisance manner. But hey, you know. Maybe we need to kill. Oh no, this is the Tornado hunting log. Never mind. I mean, it gets us a little bit of experience, but level 6 of 19 for this one. Well, level 16, so. Diligence of the Aliquin. Your time has come. I must fireball you in the face. You must locate the urn. And then I'll have control of the dead man. And then you'll hear a dong, and then I'll get tombstoned into the way, into the mat of the wing, and I'll be very much dead on the ground. Sadly, we don't have our chocobo. So what gets suggested is true. Casting sleep is a useful tool to give us a reprieve from taking damage. Sadly, we need to actually be dealing a consistent amount of damage for that to be worthwhile. Where's my potions? Blizzard bunch. Fucking feminist bite. On the bright side, that takes care of the eloquent. Now for the urn. Here be the urn. Still taking damage from feminist bite. God damn it. But looking at the urn, nets us a cutscene. Chris, a moment if you please. Play allow me to shout that urn. Ah, Pussy. Nice of you to show up, although really, not really should be here, to be honest. I thought that if I assisted you with your task, then my brothers might finally deign to take me seriously. So I followed you. Alright, fair enough. What we got here then? A couple of nosy sandwebers about to get skinned? Ah, crap. Oh dear God! Where did they come from? Well, they were in the area. Bussy the Cross. Try aid me. I'm no thaumaturge, but I have my tricks. Best we get rid of the healer first and foremost. I don't think I need to do lucid dreaming. Are you injured? I have a cell for that. See? Alchemy has its uses. I accidentally lucid dreaming, which doesn't actually do much, especially in Firefall, because it puts IMP regens into like nothing. So I accidentally pressed it. That's a slight issue actually. Lucid dreaming is actually somewhat useless. Sneaky bastard. Take this, you stupid eloquence. Man, I'm incurring their wire with half of their wire. Like, oh, jump. When we did it. Duty complete. Hooray! That was a gettable quiz. I wish I could build the same sort of power. Oh well. I became an alchemist in the hopes of creating some manner of mana amplifying elixir, but all my efforts have been for naught. The results have been far too mild to make any difference. I'll never be a thaumaturge like my brothers at this rate. I'll never be a pitiful, powerless little sibling. So what you're saying is that the Bussy is submissible and breedable. I am hearing you correctly, Square Enix. Yeah, that's what I'm throwing at them. And not at me for saying it. I feel proud about myself to this day. Well, to the second at the very least. More Mo's urn. If I destroy it, then maybe my family will see what I'm capable of. Wait. Don't you dare break my urn! Oh my god, the urn is talking. Ah, what the? Did that piece of pottery just talk? Are you Mormo, the void scent? Hee. Oh yes, I am Mormo, but I'm one of the nice void scent. Aha. It was the nasty ones that sealed me up in here for helping a mortal. If you'd be so kind as to open the lid of my urn, I would be happy to grant you a wish. Anything you desire. Fortune, fame. And that's how they get you. I'm not really interested in fame or fortune. Perhaps there is one thing. That's what I like to hear. I like to have a power to equal that of my brothers. Hee, power is it? A perfectly acceptable wish. In fact, I sense the latent ability buried deep within your spirit. A very simple thing for me to turn it loose. What more is there to think about it? Open the lid! Do it! Open me! Open me wide up! And then you can accept me into your body. Let's face it, that's what void scents do. They're possessors, for fuck's sake. Why don't we just slap it? We really didn't try our best to stop this. Well, I don't feel different at all. I think Mormo may have been lying. Come on, Chris. It's time we were leaving. Oh, when are we supposed to break this time? Yeah! Oh, yeah, it broke. That's one way to do it. And that is that. Yes, this will be such fun. I mean, it'll be nice to return home after all this excitement. Well then. We know a possession when we see them, and Coco Pussy has suddenly been possessed. Oh no, the pussy's been possessed. No! They did it. They did it to themselves. They have. Like, they should not have called them that. Like, just like it's just right there, the low-hanging fruit, and I'm sure many people have already taken the opportunity to say the jokes, but they're right there to say them. Oh, damn you, Square, knowing how easy it is. No. Well, anyways, my own dementedness aside, back to the guild. Coco Benzi, I have done the task. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you are making a habit out of not dying. Before we discuss your trial further, however, I would ask you about Coco Pussy. When I saw him a few moments ago, he seemed odd. Well, odder than usual. Do you happen to know aught of it? Yeah, he joined me at my trial. What? He was at your trial? It is extraordinarily dangerous and foolish to interfere with Fumataji's training. I shall have to scold him most heartedly. Such unpleasantness aside, I am impressed that you claimed victory in spite of this unexpected development. The teachings of the Yawning Abyss have served you well. With your experience and control thus demonstrated, I believe you are ready to add a new spell to your repertoire. XIV. This elementally neutral blast of force will prove effective against all manner of opponents. Hooray! As I'm sure you're eager to test this incantation's efficiency, I shall grant you leave to return to your training. I pity the next hostile creature that crosses your path. Well, I see a bunch of Lalafels right nearby that I could happily test this out on. Okay, me wanting to murder the fuck out of a bunch of Lalafels with actually no side on this one. That's just rather mean and dangerous. And the simple for XIV is literally just holding up the staff and going, attack! Kind of thing. Attack! We're level 17 now. Hooray! Well, I guess the best thing we can do is head to a dungeon. There's not really much more we can actually do here. Ooh, level 17, which means doing like one of those three guys high enough. Oh, pardon me. 24 past 8. I mean, we could see if any of the duties that I'm high enough level to go into has people doing stuff on today. At this point in time. Okay. Ugh. Excuse me on the yawn. We can duty support. I don't know. I can take a crack at it. Because we'll have access to leveling. Man, they really do need tanks, don't they? Water eligibility resets at 4 PM. So, yeah. We do get more experience out of it by doing it through the roulette. Supposedly. It's not much. But then we've only got access to these 3 places. So, it's like... we'll be doing one of those 3 basically. There's like no in between. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's give it a crack. Average wait time 6 minutes. More waiting list number retrieving information. Okay, you know what? Let's withdraw from that then, and just do G support. So I can just pick. And we haven't done a copper bell one in a hot minute. Let's go do that. We're doing it as a good old Hermitage, so that means I'll just be doing number damage. Wow. So yeah, Scathe is just 800 mana and I get to just, I could just spam it a whole bunch. And I had a chance of doing double damage sometimes, which is cool. Again, what it does, yeah, overall-wise, Blizzard seems to be more effective. I would be applying the dots, that's the thing. About this that annoys me is the fact that we would be doing that sort of thing. Also, this might take a little longer actually because we get eager Thaumaturge. I think we can check in the party bit, so like it will show the party members like the eager stuff. We don't get the full party bonus because we've only got 4 out of the 5 that we could possibly have. No, 3 out of the 4 we could possibly have out of the 5 different bits because they separate DPSs like that. So now this is a good reason to switch. Random enemy that's stuff. See, that's the thing. It's all about learning the combos and all that. There are probably some classes that have quite high skill ceilings. Like they may seem simple to use, and then it turns out, oh, there's much more under the hood that makes it that much more like interesting to play potentially. Some classes are not as interesting to play. It's like if any of the DPS classes just had like a one button that you just pressed all the time, that would get boring. It's why you see like the setups of the combos. It's so that you've got more buttons you can press at the end of the day. And it does mean, hey, you deal more damage, which is good. I don't know, got into a discussion yesterday with someone about the Arkham games. And it's like, for whatever reason, I seem to have like the outlier in like, I prefer the more claustrophobicness of the Asylum than City. I don't get it personally myself. That actually no, I do get it. I understand why people like Arkham City. It improves upon a lot of the things that shortcomings of Asylum. And yet at the same time, I think it suffers in some areas that makes it less enjoyable, in my opinion, you know? I think I've explained that when we did try to play Arkham City, after fully going through Asylum, so it's not like it's an opinion that I've kept hidden. I don't know. I'm not saying like Arkham City is a bad game, just a game that I'm just not as fond of. But I think that's just, I think because it's the words Batman's gone open world that makes me go, bleh, more than anything else. Which is weird because I play MMOs which are primarily open world RPGs that have the whole open world aspect to them. Oh god, if I went and grabbed a Valve subscription at some point in the future, one of the things I could do till I die would be streaming Valve Hardcore. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna play Valve Hardcore until I die. see how long we fare for. But it would end up being multiple streams long instead. And then again, until the whole like I play a game till I die horribly thing, I tend to record. So you know, it kind of just ends up being a thing. Like, I wish I still had the Doom 2 video on hand to upload. Because it means, because I'll be honest, it's a crapshoot whether or not I make it through Underhaul, so the second level of the bloody game, so you know, it could be a short one. I could go redo that. I need to install it on Xbox or PC though. Or maybe see how cheap it, see how much it is on Switch. No, because then that requires buying it. Nah, install on Xbox or PC. So that's the thing. I do have to think. See, this is the thing. One reason why I'm definitely doing I did the choice to do the Grand Circle is because I'm still trying to sort out the thumbnails. Like I've got ideas, but then they're not coming into good fruition in terms of how I want them to convey. I did not need to grab. No, because they're both in this room. I'm confused on where the fire stand was. There's the one up here. And the one here. Kaboom. Right. Time to fight Kotos. And the worst thing is about the whole dog thing is that I'm now sorted out in terms of the things. It's like I have to now wait a moment before I can truly use the thunder again. Ugh. Swap thunder. It's done. I was being a little done there as well. Go, and that puts us to level 19. Swift cast is useful, we'll put it there. No need to open any coffers while we're in here. I've got basically everything I would from these bits anyway. Right, now to go through to the next boss. We're level 19, which means we definitely... Oh, and we've got fire too, which is AoE! AoE of the fire variety. So 80 to target all nearby enemies. So, you know, super useful. Fucking... So little potency. For such a high mana cost. At least with Humble Ice maneuvers, they tend to not really cost much, if ever. If anything. But still... So it's like, I'm currently in this form. If I do that, that deals 42 to 60 on a crit. This deals 96. Sure, with single target, but... Cool, I've got multiple Terrier Tornadoes! Hooray! That's the thing, it's like, the AoE options on Vermintide is just not good. Like, it's nice that the game gives us it, but at the same time... At an earlier level in some ways, because that just guarantees us that we'll have AoE options, but at the same time it also kind of sucks that it's such low potency. This blasting cap, go. That's the fire sound. We'll leave the AI to it. Actually, I'm using the they've got it. Yeah, there we go. Right. The first bit is a long bit for Cobblebell. I do see that in a clear sense. At least this bit's real quick. Like, you've just fight two group of ads and then at the boss, which is good. Glad it's not wasting our time in all that. Oh, I might as well Sky Shard it. Edit the fight! Of course it goes from the steps. Oh shit. If I could hear something. Put my hand over the fan. Well, that is what happens when it's on. It does warm up a bit. Ooh, instance where it's this way now instead. Okay. Follow me. Hey. I didn't feel special at all. Everyone wishes that they were some kind of special that meant that people would be like, oh. But then a lot of times when people say, you're special, it usually is an easy. Oh, we did it, level 20, hooray! Even more than that, potentially. But we'll keep on carrying on. Might as well get the experience out of doing the third boss. That's how I tend to consider things. So you can check to see exactly whether we're entirely or termite level-wise. It says level 20. I haven't got all the Hotally stuff, so it doesn't really a stronger state. Also, we've gone to the point where we get 2 tiers of the thing. That means that our current predicament, we actually get 5,000 per blizzard use. Useful. To be fair, lucid dreaming is not the strongest thing ever for this, but like, okay, so 1 tier of 5 in like that, and then we'll do a 5 tier, why not? Cold Throne. I guess we could always do like a swift cast fire. Yeah, this isn't enough fight. We start with 9 minutes on the clock, which means we're in here for nearly 20 minutes, okay. I guess I'm just having that level of fun where it's like, yeah, no, it's fun, having fun playing the game. So, I'm not realizing, pardon me, I'm not realizing on the time it's consuming. That's all logic, you know? Ring. Yeah, we could have a silly hat on our head. Hooray. There we go, level 23, so we're one off of total work. The threat of perplexity. That's some staff. Ah, you're safe. Feared you'd fallen victim to the Maid Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Oldar? Each case involves at least one dead Thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Ill tidings aside, I'm glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It's time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Yawning Abyss. Coco Boha, our second youngest sibling, will read to you the threat of perplexity. Okay, let's do that then. And we get cutscene for this one. Bahaha! Greetings, Chris! Are you once more prepared to pursue the pages of power and peril? Then let us begin. The threat of perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when from all sides those ranks close, flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear you the multitudinous foe. Got it. Fighting multiple enemies at once is not the best. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It would be the most problematic, for example, should you meet this malefic Maid Slayer and he or she proves to be multiple murderers. Oh no. What Thaumaturge needs is a fixed set of courageous companion to accompany in cases where collective cronies are expected. Now as for your trial, Kakaboha, pray allow me to suggest a practical course for Chris's training. Town is buzzing with the news of yet more slaughtered Thaumaturges. Their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Nofiska's wells. I would have Chris aid me in hunting down the culprit while the trail is yet fresh. Chris may have tolerated your interruption of his trial the last time, Brucey, but you are hardly the handy henchman he needs to clear such a hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable, brother. If you would ally your fears, I can introduce Chris to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You have secured the services of a stalwart swordsman, and that would indeed be in line with learning the lesson of the day, perhaps. Come now, Chris, let us be about our business, or Coco Boha has a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you in Nofika's wells. Oh boy, time to go and get stabbed and all my energy get removed from me. What's that, Coco Boosie? Something seemed off. Oh well. Right, onwards. Sadly, we will be level 23, which means we could go hunting log for level 24 and then do a Towak one. The options are there. Anyway, to Western Farrowland for this instance of quest line. Thankfully, for anything that's not a duty, we'll have access to our chocobo. So we'll have aid no matter what in that sense. Into this canyon-esque place. Well, this is the Wells area that was referred to. Hello. Hello, Kakabisi. Ah, Chris! So good of you to come! My rocket friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the Orsowy. Now there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I would go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, you are looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. Indeed, we must try and figure out what the hell's gone on here. I wonder what's causing all these Thaumaturges to die. Well, yep, this is indeed a Thaumaturge that has died. Why? This is also a corpse of an unfortunate Thaumaturge. They have a book. Maybe they were actually an Arcanist. And this one had on them their scepter. Well, at least they're not thieves. Just murderers. Oh, I'm talking to the Sultan by accident. No. You're here for the money. Did you uncover anything incriminating? Yeah, just, stuff. The blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay, and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated as it is with enticing ascetic energy, will lure the mage slayer into the open. Have courage, Chris. Our burly companion stands ready to leap to your aid. Well, then we'll be off into the area once again, because we'll be offering ourselves as better allies to G. God damn it. Oh well. Let us wait here and see what we find. Aha! The demon shows its claws. Indeed, we found this soul sucker imp. I'll keep it busy. You just focus on magicking. Sadly, I am no healer, so this swordsman is going to slowly die. This bastard's got some nasty spells. Stay well back, you hear. Put the big bugger to sleep. I can't take on all three at once. We would if I could get it. I kind of have this slight issue where I don't have the mana. Right, we took out the big fucker, so hopefully this guy doesn't die to kill over to these ones. I may have to switch past. Shit. Well, that's great. Oh no, not the unnamed guy. Ugh. Well, since the game wants to be a bitch. Oh look, we're a lot stronger now. We'll start with fire instead this time, shall I? so we can just take on the 2. But then, like, I hit the thing and it wakes up, so it's kind of pointless in that sense. The swordsman has to know cure because he'll die otherwise. Like, there's just an unnamed swordsman that's doing this for coin. Like, does it matter that he lived? Well, it does for the purposes of this, so yeah. That takes care of that. I'm off to collect my coin. Alright, Stalwart Swordsman, you did your job. You're doing it for the goals that you claimed already. You're going to go and get your money. Fair enough. No harm done on that end. But, ugh. Oh well. Alright. It seems your partnership with our higher blood went splendidly. It is unfortunate, though, that one of the imps were able to flutter away. Oh, did you not notice? You didn't wish to report to Coco Boha with your trial but half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the warden has already collected his recommends and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do? Surely a Hermitage of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it flows into that little cave over there. Hurry now, before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. Well, yeah, sure. Of the 3 that were there was a 4th, secretly just hiding around the corner the entire time. Well, into the shaded outcropping, because we're idiots, and aren't going to assume the worst. This nothing is full of nothingness. So, when are we going to state any more then? And rightfully, we would have rightfully been dead just then. So, rather on that one. That is not Coco Busi. Well, it is Coco Busi, but a Coco Busi possessed by the Freudson that escaped from Mormozan. It's feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain Hermitages. Well, that's what we get for not actually trying to stop that from being the thing. Hee. And you, my dear Monowitch Chris, were to be next. I've wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. Well, you could have just tried doing that then. A pity. This has been such an amusing charade. However did you see through it? I am Coco Busi's brother. How could I not? It's time I destroyed you, Mormo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. A coward like you? Destroy me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. That's such a smirk. Oh goody, they're on the wall. When are they going to start twisting their neck around? Poor spineless Hermitage. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Coco Busi's fervent wish to amass this power. We craved the sacred strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. And they're gone. Pains me to admit, but there is some truth to the creature's words. I surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I've betrayed my own teachings. Turn to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Chris. I'll remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. Alright. We'll leave him to it. While we go and hand in the quest. Hoorays! So nice when there's quests that are literally just go do a thing and you're done. And it's like, that's lovely. Instead of go do this thing. Welcome back. Go do a different thing. All within the same quest sometimes, you know? Like, sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't, in my opinion. But, well. With level 23, we've got a good 22,000 XP needed to be able to go into turtle work. We could always do Harley one through, mayhaps. Because we are able to. Or we've gotten done into this where I'm now part way through a class and all that. Well, let's talk to Kokoboha that we did our job. Ah! Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the mage slayer slithered away, but your stint with the swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Our time of teachings is at an end. Well, to be absolutely accurate, there is an add-on with additional advice, but Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand. No, fair enough. Alright. I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobuki's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lessons of hermitage demanded I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike. Minimal risk and victory all but assured. How many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice? It will likely be some time, however, before more mode resurfaces to kill again. Now we've uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobuki's face is unknown, and though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray leave me to my musings. Alright. We shall. We'll take some one pieces in the process. And the next quest is actually from Kokobido. So, yes. Right then. We have now got better staff in terms of stats. So, and we actually, no, we're a lot closer actually to level 24. That's cool. Means I could probably just quickly do like a hunting log thing. Go do toe. Actually, I might prefer doing Hartali over toe whack in some ways, possibly. I don't know though. We'll think that one through a bit, and then that'll get Formatage over and done with. Maybe at some point we'll actually carry on with Final Fantasy XIV's actual content, or maybe I'm mad enough that I decide to level class to 50, because I gotta say I do like playing Paladin. And some of these other ones aren't too bad as well, so, you know. You know what? I'll leave it all till next time at the moment, because I'm still definitely healing, so I shouldn't go too hard and fast into everything, because I mean, I admit I could possibly try going for longer, but nah, I won't. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.